All right, you guys, welcome back to Planning a Life with Penguins. So today on Lilac Orbit, we're going to be discussing our possible dreamy list and the villagers that we want to get for the island. So I decided that I thought it would be really cool if we went with all lilac slash sort of purple villagers. I even opened that up a little bit to include maybe some like lighter blue villagers, just because I wasn't sure if in every category we would be able to find lilac slash purple villagers. And by category, I mean personality types. So we're going to go through the Dreamies and who I want for each of the personalities, and then we'll go through filling in the rest of the 10 villagers that we get, since, you know, all of the personalities don't make up a full set of 10 villagers. So first up, I wanted to pick a normal, and because normals typically are my favorite of the villagers, just my favorite characters. So for the normals, the first one I want to get, there's two. The first one I want to get is Megan. Megan is just, I have loved having her on my island. One of my previous island to this one, my Care Bears island, I had her, and she was just so nice to look at. I love the lilac color. I love her blue freckles and her yellow ears. I just think that she is going to be a perfect fit and fill in that vibe for Lilac Orbit. And then we're gonna the second normal I'll put towards the end as an optional. So next up is going to be our Peppy Villager. So right now on our island we have, I think it's Ketchup is the Peppy Villager, but the Peppy Villager that I would like to have is actually another duck, Pate. So as you can see, she's gonna be a little bit more on that blue side with the pink cheeks, but I think that fits in with the lilac vibe, so I wanted to go ahead and get her. Plus she's really cute, and I've never really had ducks on my island. I think one time I had Bill for a while, but and maybe I had Molly for a while on one of my islands, but nothing that stuck. I didn't keep them around, so I want to keep them around this time. All right, and then next up is going to be our sisterly villager that we want, and she's new. So this is Quinn, and I really like her. I like the eagles. I don't like the chickens per se, but I do like the eagles, and I've had a couple of the eagles on my islands before. Nobody stuck around for a long time, but I would love to have her. I think she's just perfect. Like, she's got several different colors and shades of purple. She's got a little bit of pink going on, so I think that she just kind of fits really perfectly with the whole vibe of the island, and I think she's going to be a great sisterly, one that I would enjoy more than a lot of the other sisterlies that are out there. All right, and then for our snooty villager, I knew I had to go with Frigga. I have had Frigga, I've had Gwen, I've had a lot of the different penguins, and out of Frigga and Gwen, I like Frigga the best. I love her blue eyeshadow, and I think she just has a lot better dialogue than Gwen does, and I don't know if that's actually true, but the dialogue that I have encountered has been better, and I've really enjoyed having her on one of my previous islands, and so I wanted to go ahead and get Frigga back. Now, this one I knew I actually, like, when I decided to do this, I was like, you know what, there's absolutely no way that I'm gonna have a purple themed island and not have my boyfriend in the entire game, Static. Static is my favorite villager ever. He is just the best. I love his little cranky personality. I love his house, although there are some changes that I would make. So if I do get through Happy Home Paradise, which I will have to for this island so that I can adjust some things, he is going to be like the first one that I make his house the absolute best thing in the world that it can be. I'm so excited about having him back. It's been a while since I've had Static on an island, and I purposely tried to not have him on an island because I wanted to, you know, like mix it up and not have all the same people all the time. But if I'm going to have a ultimate Dreamy on this island, it's going to be Static. Static was on my first Bubble Rock island too. I forget how I got him. I think I had to get him via an amiibo card or something like that. Anyway, yeah, I might love Static a little bit too much. All right, for my Jock Villager, this one, I can't believe I'm even doing this. To be honest, when I looked at the Jocks, I was like, oh God, this is going to be just so hard, so terrible. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just keep Tank because he's light blue. But no, I went ahead and went with a purple villager, and this is a villager type that, like animal type, that I never thought I would ever have on an island, and that's a mouse, and it's gonna be Rod. Now, I think it's funny that it's a mouse that's a jock, okay? Like, I mean, let's be real. I mean, can they really lift a lot of weight? I don't know. But out of all of the mice, Rod is pretty cute, okay? He's kind of adorable. He's got some pink ears, so he sort of fits in with everybody else. He's not terrible and scary looking, so I will tolerate a mouse that looks like Rod, but not any of the others. All right, and then for the next one, which is going to be the Smug Villager, or no, Lazy Villager, sorry. That's going to be Bob the Cat. Bob the Cat is just, like, he was perfect. Immediately when I started looking at purple villagers, I thought, you know what? He's going to be great. He's going to be awesome to have. So I was pretty excited and stoked to have him. You know, I mean, it could be worse, right? It could be worse. Plus, I get a cat on my island, so I'm good with that. I'm good. All right, and then now we're talking about Smug. Smug, this was a little bit harder. I decided to go with Kid. Kid is, of course, he's purple, so that works. His little brown hairpiece kind of throws me a little bit, but his eyes are adorable. He's like, okay, whatever. So I'll tolerate some Kid. And he's not my favorite Smug Villager, but it's all right. It's fine. My favorite Smug Villager, actually, I don't know who my favorite Smug Villager is, but that's going to be Kid. Okay, so I knew that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I knew that I wanted to have this one other villager on my island because of the island's name. The island's name is Lilac Orbit, and I just knew that I had to have, like, probably my second favorite villager in the game based on aesthetic, not on, like, personality. And honestly, I haven't interacted with this villager too much, so I'm not sure. I have her on my other island right now. I have her on my Star Wars island, but I haven't had a chance to, like, really play the game a whole lot and interact with her. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited to have her again, and that's going to be Ione. And there we go with the blue villager situation. And I know she's not overly lilac. I get it, but the island is called Lilac Orbit, so I felt like Galaxy Squirrel would be the best. All right, so now we have our 9, and so I wanted to fill in the 10th, and I have options for myself just in case. So I gave myself 3 different options that I could possibly use. So the first one is going to be another Cranky, and that's Lobo. Lobo is purple. I like the wolf villagers, and so he was my first choice as far as a possible villager for villager number 10, but if I don't get him, it's okay. I have 2 other possible options, and they're both actually Snooties, which I thought was kind of weird and funny, but for some reason There's a lot of purple snooty villagers. So the next step is going to be Mallory. I really like the way she looks. I think she's a really pretty shade of purple, again with the little hair on the top of her head, kind of like Kid. But I like that it looks like she has mascara on or winged eyeliner or something going on. And overall, I just think she's really cute as far as her aesthetic goes. I've never interacted with Mallory. I've never had her on an island before, so I have no idea what she's like, and I may hate her. But so far, just based off of aesthetic, she's on my list. And the last one is another snooty, and that's Cleo. Cleo is a really pretty purple horse. I've never had, well, no, I take that back. The only horse that I've really had on an island is, and I take that back too, I had to think back to the early days of Bubble Rock. I typically have Roscoe on an island. I really like Roscoe's aesthetic. He's really cool. And I've had Julian on an island as well. So, but I'd like to have Cleo. I think she's really pretty. I like her eyes. They're very sparkly. She also has hair on her head, which I think is funny. It's like, why do we have all these villagers with hair on their heads? Because I don't know. I don't know if they actually have hair on their head or not. But I like the way she looks, and I think she would be a good potential number 10. So there we go. Those are my Dreamies for this particular island. I think it's going to be really cool having a lot of lilac sort of shaded purple villagers all around the island, and I'm looking forward to starting to get them. Just got to finish getting in all of the villagers that I am forced to have first, and then go on from there and try to get some of these guys here on my island. So as far as like amiibo cards, I do have amiibo cards for some of these. Not a lot of them, but I do have them for some of them. So the ones that I do have amiibo cards for are going to be, let me see, let me get my amiibo cards really fast and we can go through this. So the ones that I am going to have amiibo cards for are going to be, let me get all of these guys off of the screen first. I have Bob. I have his amiibo card, so he would be one that we would be able to get. And then I also do have Quinn. I have her amiibo card as well. I have Ione. Because I have a lot of like the newer villagers amiibo cards, so I have her. I also have Pate, and I was really excited to know that I actually had Pate because I wasn't sure that like on the older villagers that I would have all of the ones that I was looking for. And then I think the last one I have, is going to be Megan, and which again, no, sorry, that's Ione. Is going to be Megan, which is another new villager. So that's pretty cool. So I have my Sisterly, my two normals, my Peppy, and my Lazy. Those are the ones that I have that I will be able to bring in via amiibo. And we do have the campsite now on the island, so we'll be able to actually start working on bringing them in 3 times and making sure that they're ready to go. So when somebody is ready to move out, that we have all of our villagers ready to be brought in, and we don't have to do the whole Nook Mile searching, at least for these 5. The rest of them we are obviously going to have to search via Nook Mile ticket, which is what it is, I guess. And I've already thought about it, and we're playing the Back to Basics version of Animal Crossing, which I totally get. But I'm not going to lie, I'm okay with this bug, man. I am totally okay with getting some Nook Mile tickets from a treasure island just because of the fact that Nook Mile grinding is not necessarily the most fun thing. And then when it comes to villager hunting, when you have to do that one villager hunt and you don't have enough Nook Mile tickets and you get stuck with someone that you really don't want, then I would say the first one, let's see, who is the first villager that I would want to actually bring into this island? I mean, obviously Static. Static would be the first one, but maybe, since I don't have Static's amiibo, which is so weird. I can't believe I don't have his amiibo, but maybe go ahead and get Megan in. I would say Megan would be my second favorite. So I should probably start working on her amiibo card right now and bringing her into the island. But all right, you guys, I just wanted to go through who all of my Dreamies are and, you know, just kind of show them to you guys, and hopefully you can let me know what you think of some of these villagers. Have you had any of these villagers on an island before? What do you think of them? Who is your favorite? And if I'm missing somebody that you think that I should have because they are purple, then please, please, please let me know. All right, and until next time, everyone, I hope you have a magical day, and may the force be with you.